before I start on Volume 2, on page 130 of the Adventures of Susan MeeLing, Scuba Diver Extraordinaire, I'm just going to throw out there chapters 5 through 9, written by me, Susan MeeLing, Reverend Susan MeeLing, Lady Dory Bell, whatever. I cannot say how hard my heart is in enough words towards certain individuals at this point in time. That being said, going on to the Emergency First Responder course for CPR, AED, and First Aid Adult Scuba Diver certification that I earned on the 8th of July in 2009. Unlike certain certifications, they don't ever go out of date. So, Ho W. Lee was the class instructor in International Scuba during also being able to go out to Clear Springs Scuba Park for other aspects of the course, though mainly for the fun scuba diving, as it's called, working on a few different objectives beyond the AED, also to know how to properly defibrillate, some extra first aid beyond, just putting a Band-Aid on things, and then proper CPR resuscitation for the adult aspect, though similarly also learning on an infant because of the ability in that particular class, though I had already learned certain aspects prior to scuba diving and prior to my Palm Sunday 2000 head injury because of my biological father having gone through RN courses and becoming an LVN. So back before my head injury, I actually had read quite a few medical journals and books. That would be why I knew how to read medical journal. Do certain things because I had mono Epstein-Barr bronchitis, Lyme's disease, and the flu all at the same time. And instead of my biological parents putting me into a hospital, I was kept at the house. And so I had to heal myself, and that was in 5th grade. I had to keep myself, from being bored. I read the Bible several times, as well as after finishing the Bible, going and reading the medical textbooks on my own. And then, after reading the medical textbooks, then I went through the workbooks. I didn't color them, but I studied the different aspects of. So, I'll just say. So I had some basis for certain aspects of things that, medicine only changes so much. That being said, able to ask questions and the like. Then in reference to my next certification, which was an underwater photographer film level. So I actually did digital photography before film photography. The irony of that on land, I learned film photography before digital photography. Obvious natural progression on that, but in reference to scuba diving, I did it backwards. I learned digital photography underwater before film and got the certification for that. Jeff Davis, again, was my scuba instructor. I had that guy as a scuba instructor, I don't know how many, obviously I know how many certifications, I can count them, but just, he wound up learning quite a bit, because if he did not have those certifications before being my teacher that many times, he sure learned a whole bunch. And then I also had gotten my videographer certification from him, which that is actually kind of really funny. So after the film photography aspect, I had the videography and course, and Jeff had told me at the lake, he said, you know, Susan, I have work to do. And I'm like, yeah, you got to teach me my class after work. He was like, no, I also have other work. So I'm going to give you your homework assignment. I'm like, what's my homework assignment? He goes, well, it's a videography class. Yeah, we'll go make a movie. What? You couldn't give me a heads up before I got out to the lake? Well, you know, that's part of your, go do your homework, go shoot. You know, what? No, that's not how this, and I did. I threw a temper tantrum. I did. I don't deny it. I threw a tantrum. No, I don't want to. And he was like, no, your homework is to, I'm like, well, fine. If I have to do my homework, then I'll do my homework. And I mean, I was a little bit of a brat. And he said, well, you know, you go, you know, go make a movie. I'm like, you know, I could have like come up with a script. I could have done this. I could have done that. He was like, no, you just have to do it on the spot. And I'm like, okay, well, fine, I will, Jeff. Fine, I will. And he was like, he was used to my banter by that point, and he was just like, you go right ahead and you go do that. I will go do my homework, and I'm gonna make a movie. And he was just like, you go do that. I will. I'm gonna. And you know what? Because you could have told me ahead of time. You could have told me I would have to make a movie. And then he goes, well, what did you think that the videography class was going to be? Well, according to the book, you know, you were going to show me how to, like, use the video camera underwater and, you know, stuff like that. And he goes, well, yeah, so go. And I was like, no, you did not show me underwater. And you get, your homework is to go do. Well, I'll do it then. I'll go do my homework then. And he was like, well, then why are you standing here? Because I'm figuring out how I'm going to do my homework. And he was like, yeah, well, you know, I've seen a lot of movies, so, you know, go ahead. Are you challenging me? And he was like, you know, what if I am? And he kind of leaned against the picnic table, and I was like, I was all, why are you so nonchalant right now? And he was like, no, I wanna, you know, you can go do your homework, and, you know, go ahead and make a movie, and, you know, do your stuff. Oh, yeah? Yeah, whatever. Oh, okay, well, I'll go. I'll make a movie then. You challenging me? Well, you know, homework is supposed to make you think. Oh, homework's supposed to make you. I know homework's supposed to make you think. But are you challenging me? You're like, you know, I mean, I've seen a lot of movies. I'm kind of older than you, so I've seen a few movies. Oh yeah? Yeah. I've seen a few movies, you know. I mean, you know. And then I told him about, you know, the fact that I hadn't seen a lot of movies. And then he just kind of was like, what do you mean you haven't seen a lot of movies? Well, you know, I had a head injury on Palm Sunday in 2000. So the, like, few movies that I've seen before my head injury, you know, kind of. A few. Like, very, very few. And he was like, well, what do you mean by that? Well, you know, I mean, you're gonna make fun of me. And he was like, you know, I could make a joke. Yeah. It's easy to make fun of me. I know. Tell me something I don't know. He was like, well, what type of movies have you seen? Well, my biological parents actually followed those guidelines. What guidelines? You know, the ones like, you know, I could see any G movie I wanted. And he was like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, I could see any G movie I wanted. But once, like, I turned 13, like, I wasn't allowed to. I had to, like, actually get parental permission and stuff. And he goes, are you kidding me? It's like, no. He goes, wait, oh my God, you had a head injury. And I'm like, yeah, I told you that. He goes, oh my God, you had a head injury on Palm Sunday. Yeah, I know. I told you that. What does that have to do with this? And he was like, so you recently went to, where'd you go? Where'd you go scuba diving? Well, I went in Clear Springs, you know, a couple times. Are you talking about, like, have you gone in the ocean yet? Yeah, I've gone in the ocean. Why? So what is it, and I was like, Jeff, what is wrong with you? Oh my God, you know, da. Okay, what? Because he's taller than me. And so, and I'm this tall. And so, oh my God, you had a head injury. Yes, I know. Like, I had a head injury. I give that warning. I mean, what? Oh my God, you had a head injury. I know. What does that have to do with anything? You had a head injury on Palm Sunday. Yeah, I know. I've kind of said that a time or two, Jeff. Like, once or twice. How many classes have you taught me? Oh my God, you seriously had a head injury on Palm Sunday in 2000. Yes, Jeff. Good job for you. Really? I said it before. You had a head injury. Thank you for letting me know. I realized that a long time ago. And I told you. Oh my God, you had a head injury. Yes, I did. Like, what does that have to do with anything? And you were not allowed to watch movies above a certain... No, what does that have to do with my homework? Oh my God. Yeah, so what does that have to do with my homework? Oh my God, you had a head injury on Palm Sunday. Yeah, I know. Like, would you like me to tell you how I got it? At some point, yes, but oh my God, you had a head injury on Palm Sunday. Yeah, it was in 2000. Oh, you had it in 2000. Yeah, in 2000. Like, yeah, I did. Oh my God. So what? What? Are you gonna tell me something else I already knew? Or are you gonna tell me something I don't know? Oh my God, you had a head injury on Sunday. Yeah, I know. Have you ever heard of Abbott and Costello? Because that's kind of what this is reminding me of. Oh my God. Yes. What? Hello? You have homework to do. Yeah, I know, but like you were getting to a point. Well, you know, so what do you mean you couldn't watch movies? I could watch movies, I just couldn't watch like anything that was above a G-rated movie until after I turned 13, and then when I turned 13 I had to get permission. You're kidding, right? No. Why would I? Why? So when did you first see an R-rated movie? Well, I was 18. Are you kidding me? No. What? Don't make fun of me, I told you. But I'll make a movie. Yeah, you go. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Go make a movie. I'm gonna make a movie. Yeah, that's part of your homework. Okay, bye. Not gonna go scuba diving. No. Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna go make a movie then. Okay, you go make a movie. I'm gonna make a movie. Okay, you go make a movie. I'm gonna make a movie and you're gonna cry. Well, that's kind of. Where'd that go? Because you challenged me. All right. Well, I've seen a lot of movies. Oh yeah. Well, you haven't seen my movie. I'm gonna make a movie, and you're gonna cry. I'm gonna make you cry. Yeah. Okay. No. You don't understand. I am gonna make you cry. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna make you cry. Really? You're gonna do that? Yes, I am. I'm gonna make you cry. Oh. Well, I've seen a lot of movies. Yeah, well, you could have seen every movie. And I'm going to tell you, you haven't seen my movie. Really? Has anybody ever told you you're a brat? Yes. Dominant, sadistic brat, but yes, nonetheless brat, yes. Yeah, heard it before. What did you just say? Brat. Oh my God. Yes! What? What? You have tattoos. What does that have to do with making a movie? You have tattoos. Yeah, I have a tattoo here. I have a tattoo here. I have a tattoo here. I have this tattoo. I have that tattoo. And that tattoo. I have this tattoo. And not that one, but I have that one underneath there. I have that tattoo. I have this tattoo. I have that tattoo. And that tattoo. And that tattoo. Those are just the ones on the top. That's not even forgetting the tattoos on my legs. And you're just, oh my God, you have tattoos? I got it myself. See, I got that one. I got that one. I got that one. I got that one. Oh my God, what did you say that one's name was? Methuselah. Oh my God, you called it. It was Methuselah. Okay, just, yeah. And then I got that one, and I got that one. I have one right here, but I'm not going to lift my skirt that high, but it's a platypus. It's a cute one. It's a really good little platypus right there. It's a little baby. And so, then I got that one, I got that one, and then I had that one at the time, not that one though. I did not have this one or this one yet. So yeah, I got tattoos. What? It's like, yeah, oh my God. Oh, and I have the one on my belly. But yeah, what about it? Not at that. Go do your homework. I'll go do my homework, but I'm telling you, I'll make you cry. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna. I know I'm gonna make you cry. Make you cry. Yeah, okay, go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna make you cry. Okay, yeah, sure, okay. I'm gonna make you cry. Now, mind you, the rest of the scuba divers in the vicinity were just, what is going on over there? She is just pounding up a storm, and he is just not having any of it, but she is not letting up. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. And so I run over to SCUBA, and I'm like, SCUBA, I have an idea, and I have to do homework. And it's like, okay, what's up, Dory? But I have to make a movie. Okay? Will you be in my movie? Sure. What's your movie? You want to be a priest? What? You're going to be a priest. You're going to marry. I have an idea. It's like, okay. Sure. Okay. Whatever, Dory. Tell me. I'm going to make him cry. I'm going to make him cry. What? Don't worry. It's going to go perfect. worry. So then I found this couple that were actually engaged at the time, which, irony. Like, got them. I'm like, hey, you guys want to like pretend to get married and stuff like that? This is what's going to happen. Yeah, okay. And then I found another female, and she was going to be like the flower girl and stuff like that. And so talk about it on land, and then we went in the Clear Springs Scuba Park. I'm like, all right, let's go. And I'm like, okay, so, you know, this whole thing. And so I got the video camera, and I videotaped SCUBA and the groom, like, in one area, and then I videotaped, you know, did the little, whatever it's called, where, you know, you move the camera, and I'm sure there's a technical term. And so then, you know, have it focused on the female who had, like, a thing of, like, kelp, and she's, you know, throwing one, you know, leaf here and leaf there and stuff, and got her going up to where SCUBA and the groom were. And then, you know, go over to where the bride was, and she comes in because, you know, the water and stuff. I'm like, okay, let me clear up and get a little sunlight. Perfect. And, you know, and then, you know, SCUBA, you just see the air bubbles go blah, 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 and you go, and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, they, you know, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. And then I had them intertwine their scuba hoses and then put their regulators in, you know, like into each other's mouths, and then they surface and videotape that. Get out of the water. I'm like, Chef, I'm done. And, you know, showed everyone, and was like, oh, I came up here. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna cry. So I had like big, you know, those who know what videography stuff for underwater stuff looks like. I'm carrying around like, Chef, don't take off my BCD. I got it. Here, I don't want to slam it down, but like I want to be that. So here. He looks at me at his computer laptop out. He pushes it to the side and he puts it down, and he's like, yeah, so you're gonna what? I'm done and you're gonna cry. And he goes, you have to edit it. I don't have to edit it, thank you very much. Did you just snap your fingers? Yes, I did. You're gonna cry, you're gonna cry, you're gonna cry, you're gonna cry. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. I'm telling you. Because he was sitting there. You're gonna cry. Yeah, you're gonna cry. You're gonna cry. I know you're gonna cry. Do you want to take off your BCD? Oh, yeah, I guess I could do that. There you go. You're still gonna cry. You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry. Did you just touch my nose? Yes, I did. You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry. I was poking his shoulder. You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry. Yeah, I know you're a brat. Yes, I am. But you're still gonna cry. So then he's like, you know what? Okay, fine. You don't think you have to edit? I don't think I don't have to think. I know I don't have to edit it. Thank you. You know that made no sense. That's nice. I don't have to edit. You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry. You just, you're just, okay. Sure. So he looks at he opens up the housing, and he gets the video camera thing out, and, you know, he's like, all right. He looks at it, he washes it, and he just sits there quiet. I'm like, come on. No. And he's just, yes, yes I did. Are you gonna cry? I'm not gonna cry. Oh yes you are. Yes, I know. Why are you standing up? Because I have to put my stuff away. Why do you have to put your stuff away? I'm gonna put my laptop away. Are you gonna cry? No, I'm No, I'm gonna put my laptop away. Are you gonna cry? Are you gonna cry? Are you gonna cry? You passed the class. Did I pass it? I passed the class. You're gonna cry. I'm just gonna say that I saw you, baby. He's putting all this stuff away. You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna cry. I'm just gonna say you passed your class. That's all I'm gonna say. You. And so then, why is your back to me? Because, you just... My back is not that. It's to you. It's just, I'm looking at something. Oh, what are you looking at? Why are you standing in front? Well, I want to see what you're looking at, and you're taller than me. Really? Really? Are you gonna cry? No, I'm not gonna cry. I've got to get my stuff together, and you passed your class, okay? You passed your class. So I win. You passed your class, and I'm just putting my stuff away. I'm gonna put it in my car or SUV. I'll put it away because you passed your class. I know I did, but you gonna cry. You gonna cry. You gonna cry? You gonna cry? I'm not gonna say. Are you all emotional and stuff? You all emotional? All emotional? Get a little girly girl. You get a little girly girl. I don't, yeah. Yeah, you want to get all goody goo. Goody goo. You just passed your class, okay? That's all you gonna cry? No, I'm not gonna cry right now. Oh, you're not gonna cry right now. I'm gonna cry right now. You want to give me that satisfaction? You passed your class. Isn't that good enough? No, I'm just saying. You did that, didn't you? You have no idea what that reference is, do you? What reference? Oh, okay. I gotta go. Where are you gonna go? I have work to do. Is my class done? Are you done with my class? Oh my God. You gonna give me a hug? Give me a hug. I win. I'm just gonna get my stuff. And why are you looking up? Like, I'm down here. I'm down here. You're like taller than me. Why are you looking up? I'm just looking up. Because, there's what was your favorite idea of a scuba diving? Oh, down the Aurora Borealis. What about that? Yeah, okay. I gotta go. And then later he wound up seeing my scuba diving pictures from Cozumel. I was like, yep. Was it? Mm-hmm. But yeah. Big crush on me. Massively huge crush on me. No denying that. But, so then after that, I had gone to Patty at International Scuba, and I'm like, so I want to learn something new since I've done all those other certifications. And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, oh, I'm done. What do you mean you're done? You remember how you told me that a whole bunch of people had signed up for the 16 course specialty? Yeah. Oh, I finished it, so you know. You finished it? Yeah, I finished it. You finished it. Yeah, I finished the whole course thing. Did not take a year. Did not take a year at all. By technicalities, it took from to go on the specific dates. I got my, oh, well, I guess I just have to go through that. I literally got my open water scuba certification on 1 March 2009, and I got my film photography and videography class certification the 26th of July. So March, April, May, June, July, 5 months. I got 16 certifications plus several extra. But yeah, I tried to do the Trimix certification and ice diving certification, and after reading I was actually supposed to go up to Michigan for that, for the Great Lakes area to go scuba diving for that, but I was afraid of, I told Patty, I said, I'm afraid of chainsaws on land. So, because I'm afraid of chainsaws on land, I don't think I should be holding a chainsaw on the ice. She was like, why? I go, picture a dog in roller skates on ice. That won't go well. that's what, and she goes, well, what experience do you have with, like, not using a chainsaw? Oh, okay, so there were these 2 pin oak trees in the backyard in San Antonio, and my now dead ex-husband told me that, you know, if I cut the trees down, he would get rid of the stump. And I was like, oh, I can do that. Because I wanted to put in a fountain with a pond. And I thought that because of the way the progression of the land was, that the water, when it would rain, would just naturally flow towards that side. And there was already the cylinder stuff with the ajuga plants and stuff like that, so like just doing a little itty bitty, like I wouldn't even have to dig out 12 inches with the way it was. No, he wanted to put it in the center of the yard, and I was like, yeah, no, do you know how much it's gonna evaporate? It's black liner and water, the fish are gonna cook. No, that's not the way. Like we had a conversation, and in the end, like, I lost that conversation. But nonetheless, it was, as long as I cut down the 2 pin oak trees, he would move the stumps out. Well, he thought that it would take me a while. He didn't realize. So you have 25 certifications from March 1st to the 8th of July, 2009. Now, he didn't know that, of course, then, but that's an example for you. So I just cut down 2 pin oak trees. That was it. They were like 2.5 stories tall, and each, and then like really wide. They were cut like lollipops, and so I was like, all I have to do is that, and then you'll remove the stump? Yep. Oh, okay. Yeah, I cut both down in, I think, 2.5 hours with a hand saw. And Patty looked at me, she was like, a pin oak trees? Yep, pin oak. She goes, isn't that a really hard wood? Yes, it is, but I was determined. And if I am determined and I feel challenged, nothing's going to be in my way. I'm going to win that challenge. Period. And end of story. yeah, apparently you cut down 2 pin oak trees, and yeah, not only did I cut them down, I cut them up. She was like, wait, what? I was like, yeah, I cut them down, then I cut up the branches. So that way I was ready to go. All he had to do was bundle them and take them out. Oh, that's all? Yeah. So if I could use a handsaw, I don't think that's a good idea, though. I think that might take a little bit longer. I think a chainsaw will be much quicker. But, so I pulled myself out of the ice diving course, so I was really looking forward to that one. And then the trimix. I took myself out of that because I did not feel comfortable with the having to be able to get the correct combination for breathing. And, you know, so, I mean, you know, a big aspect of what I said was I wanted to make sure every scuba dive I've ever done or ever would do is, pun intended because of the tree, is to ensure every descent and every ascent is safe. And because I couldn't feel that I could understand or comprehend the information enough to where I could feel that I could do it, I pulled myself out of those courses. But those courses, I mean, I really wanted to take. I just knew that I would never be able to get the information correct in the correct manner. And so, you know, for as much as I have been given grief for various aspects in reference to people thinking that I would put others in harm's way. No. Not on purpose. Not when it comes to my scuba diving. Took that very seriously. And in some ways, some scuba divers actually thought I took it a little too serious. And I was like, yeah, but as I go into the next video, you'll understand I had to be as serious as I was. That was scuba diving. Not just the next few videos, because, you know, there's there's a couple. So, or a few. But yeah. I took my training extremely seriously, and then the irony of how many people in various areas of my life that were like, oh, well, you know, you didn't go to college. Yeah, you're right. But if you actually knew how many certifications I actually have, you wouldn't be speaking to me in that way.